Okay, so this is an anime I've seen many, many times. It's one of my favorites. Called Death March to the Parallel. Sorry, let me try again. Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Basically, the story is this guy is the first like 9 minutes or so is he's in his world, he's doing his job, he's a programmer for like a video game company or something. And, he's working on bugs on the game, that kind of stuff, and blah, 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 blah. And then, he goes to sleep after like being awake for 30 hours. And he wakes up and he's somewhere else. And he doesn't know where he is, he doesn't know how the hell he got there, he just went to sleep, woke up, he's there, and for some reason it looks like he did when he was in high school. Like, so he's like 15 there. So he's he says he's almost 30. I don't think he says his actual age, but he's like almost 30, and then he wakes up, in like age 15 when he sees his stats information, and he wakes up in this world, and he's got it's kind of set up like how you play a video game, you have like your status screen. So he's got kind of like that. He's got like a map status screen. He's got like he can pull up his information, and it'll show what skills he has, what level he is, yada yada yada, kind of thing. But he can't save or log out like you would in a video game. Also, yeah, apparently he can die. Like, he hasn't died yet, but like you see him get hurt, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I can't save, I can't log out. It's possible I might be able to die here." It's basically that kind of mindset. He figures out real quick. So it's similar to some anime, like we've all seen, like Sword Art or at least heard of Sword Art Online, where it's like, guy wakes up, video game, different world. We've seen that. They've done a bunch of anime like that. But I like this one because it's sadly only 12 episodes long, and they leave with a cliffhanger. But like, it's not bad. Like, they're still adventuring, essentially, is what it shows you. But so you hear his real name like once or twice, and then basically he's just referred to as, like, how you create a character, you just name the character. So he generically names all his characters Sato, or as they pronounce it in the world he's currently in, Satu, or something like that. And it's just him kind of adventuring around and just having fun. He's like, okay, I don't know how to get back. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you know what? Why don't I just have fun? I mean, I haven't had a vacation forever, so why don't I just have fun and, I don't know, maybe get some ideas to help me make better video games. So that's why I like it better than, say, the other animes that kind of have the same setup. Is because usually they'll have the same thing where they're like, oh no, I'm here, I gotta save the world, or oh no, I gotta get back home. But he's just kind of like, fuck it, I'll treat it like a vacation. And I also like how, like, in video games, you get like achievements, like things like achievements and titles, that kind of thing. Those show up on screen for him, which I love. So it's kind of a little bit like a video game, a little bit like adventuring. But it's like a slice of life, adventuring, doesn't take things too seriously, but there are some cool moments, type of thing. Obviously there's a plot there, but it's kind of treated situation to situation each episode, type of thing. It does seem there's a deeper plot, and you kind of find out for like a story he reads at the last episode what might actually be going on. So don't expect a whole lot of plot to hit you. It's mostly him just kind of having fun and dealing with the situations and the characters around him. So Sato is just, he's kind of a generic character, but one thing is, like, he actually kind of feels like a real person. Whereas in all the other fucking main characters, they're always like, oh, I gotta save the world, and where he's more like, he's gonna have fun, and all like he enjoys little things. He'll enjoy like food, and he'll have fun talking to people and learning new things, and basically just having fun instead of the generic like I gotta go do this. We gotta save this thing because I'm the fucking hero, and for whatever reason, protagonist gotta go hero. The protagonist doesn't always have to be the fucking hero, dude. Like, I know they're the protagonist, but come on. Alice doesn't always have to save Wonderland. The characters, they feel a little bit more real, but I guess I can't say they're like super memorable characters because it's like I've seen so much anime now that I feel like I've seen almost every character type to some degree. They don't feel stereotypical, but they do, are somewhat stereotypical. But yeah, there are little things in there that you're like, oh, okay, I know this character type. Like, there are other things, but as for characters, yeah, Sato is, I don't know how to describe him. I like him, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about him. But so throughout the story, he gains more companions because that's typically what happens with adventure animes. You gain companions. And they kind of end up living with him to some extent. Well, not really living with him, but like traveling with him. Sorry, yeah, traveling with him. He ends up. Well, I guess I could spoil it. It's not like it's a huge fucking thing to the plot or anything, but he ends up buying 3 slave girls, and then more companions end up joining him, and he buys 2 more slaves, and that kind of thing. And of course, all the companions are girls. Come on, they're all girls. It doesn't feel like a harem anime that much, though. Like, yeah, there are characters you can tell they like him, but it's like there are little kid characters, and thank God he does not treat them like that creepy thing that. There are some animes that do that where it's like, she's under 10, dude. Stop. It's creepy. Stop it. Stop that shit. But he treats them like he would, like, he actually says, oh, they remind me of my little relatives. And that's basically how he kind of treats them, is like his relatives. I mean, there are some girls that are attractive, and but basically he's like, yeah, I'm not. There's one point where like one of the girls throws a fit. She's the pervert of the group, Arisa. She's like 11, but she was older, and she was okay, spoiler, so she was reincarnated. She's also Japanese from the same world he is. So she was probably an older woman to some extent. They don't say how old. Like, I'm assuming probably around his age, or a little bit older, give or take. But she was reborn, so now she's 11 currently in this world. So she still has her memories and her mindset from that world. She's just in a younger body now. So she's a bit of a pervert. But obviously he's not going to make a move on her because, well, even if she was technically an adult in the past, like, she's 11 now. He's not interested in anyone under 18. And there are a few moments where he's like, okay, if you're going to flirt with me, seriously, just wait until you, like, 15 or 14, 15 years when you get older. Then, like, he says it as kind of like a joke to another character or something, but, so yeah, so the characters, you can tell they like him, but, like, for once, we have a fucking main character that's not trying to fuck everyone. Which, I'm getting really sick of that. Like, I don't blame. Like, if you're going to be attracted to someone, you're going to be attracted to someone. I can understand you want that in anime. People are attracted to other people, that's fine. That doesn't annoy me. What annoys me is when every fucking character is falling in love with every other fucking character, and there's, like, no believability whatsoever. Trip, fall, get saved. Oh, I love this person now. Like, and, like, 20 people loving one person. That's kind of annoying shit. After a while, it's like, now it feels more like they're, in this anime, it's more like their family, their companions, their friends, that kind of thing. It's not pet peeve for me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. So, I do like the characters. I can't say, like, oh, they're super amazing, they're super original, but, like, I like the characters. They're cute, they're fun, I like seeing them. I like Tama and Pochi. They're the littlest ones. they're very cute together. They're always playing together. They're kind of like little siblings, best friend, childhood friend. Typically, they think they're very cute. They're adorable. And then you have Lisa, who's older, and she's also been with us too for a while. So she's kind of like the big sister of them, I guess. I don't know. And my favorite episodes are probably when they're in the labyrinth, because he's traveling with it's Sato and Lisa, Tama, and Pochi, and they're in a doing labyrinth, and like they're exploring and they're kind of having fun, but they're also trying to get out. And most characters, they're also like, oh, I gotta protect this character. Like he's throughout the maze, he's actually actively teaching them, getting them stronger, because there are levels in this world. And when he meets them, I think Tama and Pochi are level 2 and Lisa's level 3, I think. And like he'll have them throw rocks at monsters, like small little pebble type, like not very big rocks, and then he'll finish them off. He's not actually letting them fight. It's kind of like if you ever play Pokemon, there's something called an EXP share. But before you had that, what you would do is put your weakest Pokemon in the front in the front slot, and then once you engage in battle, you would switch to your stronger Pokemon, and it would get EXP without fighting. But of course, you would end up getting fucking hit first, because you switch Pokemon out, so then you move first, unless they have a faster speed than you. If you're Hell, you're going to move first. Except for like certain Pokemon, you're going to move first. But when you switch out, obviously that counts as a turn, so then your opponent makes the turn, you get hit. But you're higher level, so it doesn't fucking matter. But that's basically what you would do. So he's kind of doing something like that, where he's having them throw things at it and effectively attacking. Like, it's not doing anything, like 1 damage maybe to it, I don't know. And then he's finishing the monsters off, and that's how they get stronger. And by midway through the labyrinth, obviously they can actually kill off a thing themselves. So he actively teaches, gets them stronger, and they actually feel like they have a bond. Like he treats them like his relatives, and it's believable. I like it. So Tom and Pochi, they're very childlike, because obviously they're fucking children. Lisa, she's kind of a stoic warrior type, I guess. But, it's not really, well, it's like it fits, the description fits her, but it doesn't fit her. Because when you think of stoic, you think of, like, hard face, kind of, very quiet, and she's not necessarily it. It's more like she's more dutiful. It's hard to explain, I'm sorry. And you have Arisa, who's the loud pervert, and then you have Lulu, who doesn't really have much presence. But she's the very quiet, shy one. And then he finally gets Nana, she's a what was it? I think she's oh yeah, because he names her Nana, because essentially her name was 7, because she's a homunculi. And I don't know how many there are, but there's at least fucking 7, obviously. And she ends up going with him, and he's just like, okay, do you mind if I give you an easier name? She's like, yeah, sure. So he just calls her Nana, which is fucking 7 Japanese. Lisa was like, when he meets Tama and Pochi and Lisa, they're originally named Cat, Dog, and Lizard. He gives them names, which is essentially like Lisa, Lizard. Tama and Pochi are very popular names for pets in Japan. Pochi definitely being for dogs. So yeah, and oh, by the way, I didn't explain that. Lisa's part lizard person, or like she's of the lizard tribe or something, and Tama and Pochi are respectively cat ears and dog tails, or cat ears and dog ears, and Nakomimi. Other characters, eventually an elf named Mia joins them. She's the quiet type. I don't know how else to explain her, but it's more like she's a little bit shy and quiet. but in a different way than Lulu. And then you have other characters like the innkeeper and her daughter and another little kid that works at the inn that's about Talon Pochi's age. And then you have Zena, who you see her in the second episode, and she shows up repeatedly, and obviously she has a thing for Satu. Or Sato. They pronounce it Satu, but it's Sato. So yeah, she obviously has a thing for him. And I don't know what else to say. But yeah, it's slice of life adventure, a little bit of, well, no, actually I always call it slice of life adventure, I guess. But it's easygoing. There's a little bit of plot. The characters are likable. The music's nice too. Most of the, you know how there's like, you got the opening and then you got, you know, the rest of the show and then you get the ending, and sometimes there's like a preview at the end. Well, here there isn't any preview at the end, except in one episode you get, with the Ratman episode, you get, you'll know which episode because the ending theme changes for that one episode. One episode it'll change. And then I'll go back and you can just skip to the next episode. There's no preview or anything at the end. There's a little bit more to the episode at the end of that one. Yeah, I know this because whenever I watch an anime, I do that shit. Like, I'll skip past the ending, I'll watch the preview, because in a lot of anime they'll do, well, some will just do it like a fucking preview. Others will have like dialogue show up on screen. And then, sorry, I stopped talking to you because I don't know why. I feel stupid talking to myself, technically making this video. So I heard, like, you know, my parents, my sister in the hallway, so I stopped talking because I didn't want to look like I was talking to myself.